One. We're live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another show, episode of Bridging the Gap Between Men and Women. Tonight, I have a lot of distinguished guests, and I'm going to ask each one of you, ladies first, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Dana. I'm from California originally, but I live here in Dallas. I'm a clinical educational specialist, and I'm excited about tonight and this conversation that we're about to have.
Hey y'all. My name's Tiana, or two T's, if I'm on my Riker, right, Freddie? Yeah, I'm a mental health counselor. I've been doing that for about 10 years now. And that's pretty much it. I'm ready, originally from Compton, California, but I've been in Vegas a long time, so this is definitely home as well. And I'm ready for tonight as well, for sure.
I'm James Crittenden. I'm from Portland, Oregon. I'm a chauffeur here, and that's about it.
Yeah, Freddie Benz out in Las Vegas, and that's about it.
What happened to Drip?
Yeah,
He faded out again?
He's been out for a minute.
Okay. Well, let's get this thing popping, y'all. Today's topic is why successful Black men won't commit or marry. So who'd like to take the lead?
I can take the lead. This is a very nuanced type of topic, but I have a couple of opinions about it. I think part of it is past experiences, negative experiences. That past trauma, men tend to hold on to trauma for a long time. They don't get counseling, even though they're successful, they don't deal with those issues. I also think that pressure and expectations, being married is, there's expectations. We expect men to step up and be providers, be leaders, be kings. And so I think that's, part of the issue.
Do we think that, so I definitely relate to that, not having the therapy and not having the healing and all that, because Black women for that as well. But then how are they able to do that with other women? But for some reason, it's so tough to do it with women that look like them, or Black women, if I should say.
I don't think I think there is a lot of Black men that are dating white women or choose white women. And definitely the successful ones are, I can't disagree with that, but I think there's a lot of Black successful men that are marrying Black women. But overall, the ones that are not choosing to get married, I don't think they're choosing either. I think they're choosing to be single.
Right.
And have the hot boy summer.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's when I want to come, I'm going to do that. Right.
Yeah.
Are y'all quiet, fellas? Come on now.
Somebody else just tuned in. Can you please introduce yourself, please?
T. Rich. Your microphone is mute. There you go.
Okay, hi. My name is T. Rich. How y'all doing?
All right.
Doing all right.
Can you brighten up the lights in the background, please?
She in the car, so that's why it's like that.
No.
Oh.
Right. If anything, I could turn them off. I don't think you want that. So. But I'm in my car, so. But I'm here. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hey now.
Doing fine. Welcome to the show. Can you turn your camera, please, so we can see you?
No, I'm not trying to be seen, sir.
Oh,
Yeah,
excuse
well,
me.
no. You can't
But
be
I'm in the conversation.
conversation.
Long as I can talk, yes, I can. My mouth is something else. It ain't got nothing to do with the picture. Now let's talk about it.
That's the whole point of it, though, family. That's the whole point.
Okay.
I thought the whole point was to talk about the men that don't want to commit. Let's focus.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
but it seems like you're going to talk about the man behind that curtain. You're talking behind that curtain, so that ain't that's not cool. We want to see you too.
What curtain? You didn't make that up. I don't see no curtain.
I mean,
But I hear you though. I hear you, brother.
There you go. You're in there.
I hear you.
okay, Miss T. Rich, give us your perspective why you think Black successful men won't commit or marry.
I don't know. My perspective, it's a lot of perspectives I have on that because we are focused on the men, and that is your question. And I think, and I don't want to. What's on my mind is crazy because I don't want to. I'm a Black woman, and what I've seen that in 2024, a lot of things have changed when it comes to commitment. A lot of things have changed. It's not the same no more. You know, we got, and I'm not trying to. I'm a sister, so y'all know that already. But I see, and I'm not trying to go biblical or nothing like that. But I see a lot of Black women running around thinking it's okay to be, oh, I'm a strong Black woman. I don't need no man. I don't need, you know what I'm saying? I see that a lot, and it's not okay. But which could be one of the reasons why a lot of Black men don't want to commit, because you got all these strong, independent minded, you know, type of women. I'm being 100. It ain't even like, I'm just being real, because we're supposed to have a man next to us. You're supposed to have a strong Black man next to you. But when you walk around with that,
can't he have a strong Black woman next to him?
yeah, that's not what I'm saying. You're missing my point. That is not what I'm saying. Because, yeah, I'm a strong Black woman myself. But it's to the point I don't need no man and all that. I think you missed that. Because that comes across a lot. That comes across a lot when it comes to us. And we need to pipe it down a little bit. That's all I'm saying. That could be one of the reasons why Black men don't want to commit. So I'm gonna focus on the question, because that, to me, I see a lot. And it's not, of course it's okay being independent, strong, and Black. I am myself. But it gets to a point where it could get kind of get out of control with that. Y'all can get a little too out of hand with that. And we have got out of hand with that. To be honest.
T. Rich, let me ask you a question, because I want to make sure I'm following what you're saying. So you saying that Black men aren't committing now because Black women are too busy saying she's an independent woman and she doesn't need a man.
I don't need a man. You know, I don't need it. We're going to keep it 100. I don't need no nigga. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. You know what I'm saying? Right. A lot of Black men are seeing that a lot now in 2024. I'm 100. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, that could be a reason why, hold on, you know, one of the reasons why they don't want to commit. You asked me a question. It's several reasons, but that's one of them. In my world, it's several reasons, but I'm not saying don't be no independent, strong Black woman. That's what we are. Recognize that. That's what I'm saying. That's what we are. But don't sit up there and act like you don't need no man, or you too good, you too this and too that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of them out there. I don't need no nigga. I'm this. I'm woo, all that. No, I see that a lot.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm 45 years old.
Let me ask you a question. So, would it be safe to assume that what you're talking about is the minority that's promoted by social media, that the majority of Black women don't even think like that?
Absolutely. It would be safe to assume that. Absolutely. Because social media does play a big role in that. We cannot deny that at all. Social media play a big role in that. Absolutely. It's safe to assume that. Absolutely. Yeah. Plays a big role. It's an influencer. We know social media is an influencer. It influences people. It makes them do things. It make them think things. It make them do all that. Come on now, real talk. So that's just how I feel. Now I mute my mic.
I like K. Rich. Masita.
Right.
Well, here's the thing, and this is just my belief. With those type of women being the minority, and even though they're promoted and social media make it appears that they're the majority, I think it's only fair to men as myself and men that's similar to me. I don't think no man is greater than me, but similar characteristics that you women that don't fit in the category, that you start letting it be known that you don't possess these characteristic traits, and even though you're independent, it's by choice. Even though you portray some masculine traits, it's only on options, and that you can be in the essence of your femininity when you choose to be. Does that make sense? So
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I have a question. I want to know what is masculine energy? What is that? Because we hear that term a lot. What is that from you all's perspective? So maybe I can get a clearer understanding.
Okay. And you may get a different perspective from Ben's or
What is that, James?
That's masculine energy. That's y'all. This is y'all superhero drink. Y'all spin it. It's marshmallow AU. It's AU. It's AU.
Wait a minute.
Well, I'm gonna answer that for you.
Okay.
I think masculine energy is defined by most men as when you portray those traits that's similar to a man. You can't say assertive because assertive is only applying yourself. Okay, you come off aggressive, your conversation bullies, you're very demeaning, very degrading, very condescending, and I can go on and on and on. Those are masculine traits. This is what you expect a man to do, an uneducated man to do.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
When women,
I'm sorry.
Hold on, I want him to finish that statement.
Wait, I don't mean to cut him off, but I have to say something. You know what? You're right. What you're saying is right. But I gotta go back. I'm sorry. I gotta go back.
Wait.
We gotta go back. We gotta go back 20 years, right? You got a lot of households where niggas left their kids, right? You got a lot of households where niggas, and I'm saying niggas, left their kids with these women raised by themselves, right? I have to go there because I'm a mother of 3 boys. You feel me? And let me tell you something. I had to bring it to their ass in order for them to get across that stage, in order for them to handle mother. Look, I don't even mean to get personal, but let me tell you something. And you know what? What you're saying, it's not absolutely wrong, brother, because you're somewhat right. But the shit that we was dealt to get to that, some of us, I can't speak for all, but the shit that some of us was dealt to deal with and handle these damn kids and get these boys. Hey, I might be an aggressive type of female a little bit. I'm gonna say that, but I had to raise 3 boys. You hear me? You heard me? Wait a minute, let me say that the dirty way, because I'm from that dirty. You heard me? That shit real. I had to raise 3 boys and be aggressive type and be all that. So I have heard that.
Okay, so then my response to that is right. That's unfortunate when women have to raise their children by themselves, right?
But
So
some women chose it though.
Wait,
that
regardless,
every man didn't just walk out. We didn't just walk out.
You're right, but I don't even fixate on that. Right. I don't want to, I wanted to make that clear because, you know, sometimes when you don't address something that's such a prevalent issue, then people get all in their feelings. That's not what I want to respond to. What I want to respond to is what Ramont was saying about all those characteristics that he named about what's more associated with masculinity and with males. Well, that's not even a good way to be. Even those characteristics as a man, if you're naming and all those things that you name, that's, yeah, you guys are more assertive or aggressive or whatever, because that's the role that you have. Nonetheless,
yeah, my email. Maybe she didn't send it to me.
Y'all, hold on. Y'all gotta put y'all.
It's her mic. It's her mic is on. Her mic is on.
Y'all gotta get on mute when y'all want to have side conversation.
Get in there.
Anyway, I don't lost my train of thought. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, I think it comes to. I'm sorry, Tina. I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
You know, but I think I want to get back on topic because some of that is way off topic. Because I feel like, you know, I have a son. I'm not aggressive. You know what I mean? I feel that, you know, I don't know. Anyway, but I think men choose not to get married for personal choice. You know, they're especially the successful man. You don't have. I mean, they have the pickings. They can choose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's a matter of black, white, or preference or anything like that. I think it's because they have options. You know, especially as a woman that is getting a little older, you know what I'm saying? Most men my age go for the younger women. You know what I mean? The successful man. You know, here in Dallas, we have a large community of Black people that are very successful. And one of the things when I first got here was, you know, first thing they asked you, what school did you go to? You know, they wanted college educated women, or they wanted women of a certain stature. You know, you heard a lot of them. My ex was a doctor. My ex was a lawyer. It was all about status. And that may just be here in Dallas. Although I did live in Vegas for quite some time, I didn't get that same sense of man out there. So,
well, keep in mind that I'm not saying all men have these traits, but what I'm saying is if men were to have these traits, or if these traits actually existed, they would more so come from males than females. And my point being this: as a man, if I meet a woman, say I met you, Dana, and you have a humble disposition, okay, so you would come off pleasant. I don't know if that would be your representative or that's just actually who you are. Only time will reveal that. But once you start being over assertive in your conversation, you know, become challenging with some of the things that you say, the condescending conversations that we may have, that where you allude to, like, well, real men, and women have a tendency to say this all the time, well, a real man would do this or do that. And that's an insult to any man. I don't care if he's an alpha male, a beta male, a simp, or whatever. If he's a man, that's an insult. So men today,
to anybody, nobody wants to be talked to any kind of way. So respect works in both directions.
Right. So men today are looking for, and I'm gonna let Benz and James and Drips speak for themselves after this. I'm looking for a woman that can bring peace to my life. You know, the world is chaotic enough, going to work, dealing with hundreds and hundreds of people on a day-to-day basis, then have to come home. I don't need to come home to that drama. When a woman addresses me, she needs to address me as a man with respect. You know, don't talk to me as I'm an equal, because we both know we're not equal. If you want me to be the man, let me be the man. You have a role to play as my queen, and I'm gonna play a role as your king. But now I'm not saying you're beneath me either, okay?
Right, because we want the soft life.
It was
soft life too. You know what I'm saying? All this, we gotta be this, we gotta be that. Allow us to soft life. Hell,
but see, that's
too. Our job is stressful too. So
but it was your choice. It's our choice. Remember, it's our choice.
Dana.
I'm sorry.
Turn your phone up. Your audio is low.
Oh, maybe I need to get closer because I think that's about it.
And I didn't hear what you said. You or Tiana said.
I said we want a soft life too. I mean, so we work full-time jobs. We have stressors and we deal with the same type of issues you do. It's not the 1950s where you got the stay-home moms. In most cases, it's a dual, household, especially if you have two successful people. You know what I mean?
And that's understandable. But what I'm saying is, let me ask you this question. Do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
What about you, T?
Of course.
You do. Okay,
I do believe in God. I do. And that's where it stops, though.
Okay, so how does this hierarchy thing play? How did God create this thing?
So if you want to go into that'll get us way off topic. So I understand.
No, it's not. No, you have to follow me. T, follow me, please. How did God create this system that he put in place?
The man came first.
Okay.
I'm aware of that.
God, man. Then
I think we're both aware of that. Me and Dana is both aware of that. That's not the issue.
Okay.
You're acting as if you're the only one that deserves respect.
Listen.
Listen, yes. God, man, woman. I'm clear on that.
When she made the statement that women want the same peace, all I'm saying is, and what I tried to allude to is that when men declare that they want peace, women have to reciprocate that. You can't say that you're bringing peace when you're bringing drama.
Okay, so now back to your hierarchy system, right? God, man, woman. So if you're requiring peace, don't you think you need to be bringing it? The only time we ruffle feathers is when we're feeling like there's no peace.
No.
Yes, there's some kind of questioning. There's some kind of questioning or confusing on my place in your life. Are you moving a little different from when she was moving 4 months ago? You a totally different man. I don't even know who he is. We ain't sexting the way we used to. You ain't answering the phone the way you used to. Oh, now you didn't quit your job. I don't know. Oh, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, I might have got somebody pregnant. Now this is foolish stuff, but it happens. So a man sets the standard of the relationship. Mr. I'm under God. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Allow me to follow you completely. If you're showing up the way you're supposed to as a man, I don't know a woman right now today, especially the two that's sitting in front of this camera, that would have an issue, let alone bring you anything outside of peace. And that's a fact.
Okay, hey, you know what? And if women that you speak of, if they exist, and I know they do, I just haven't ran into one yet. Okay, so
T-Rex modeling for us. T-Rex modeling.
Yeah, when one knocks on my door, then she'll be embraced with open arms. And I'm not saying that women don't exist. I'm saying that a lot of women is portrayed that a lot of women are like that, even though they're not. Okay, right. I agree with that point. I'm just saying I haven't met women that possess those rare qualities.
Understandable.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So I have a question for you. Are you married, single?
I'm single.
Okay.
Divorced.
Okay. Once, twice?
Oh, good question.
Twice. I was married to my 4 sons' mother for 17 years, divorced her, and then I was single for a minute. Then I got married again, and then I divorced her, and I divorced for the same reason each time.
Okay, but so being that you had 2 failed marriages, because we're gonna call it like it is, whether it was on you or on them, they failed, right? Would you get married again?
No.
Oh.
I mean,
I'm talking about what benefit would it be to me to get married?
0.
Oh wow!
I need to hear from the men because I feel like we said a lot.
I know.
I have so much, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit here and think about that.
Yeah, I want to hear.
I can't say never, but
let me pose this question to you, right? The institution of marriage has been diluted so much. If we're in a partnership and we care about each other, why do we have to go to the white people to get their approval and get a piece of paper?
I'm with you on that. I'm with you
I
on that
actually
point
agree.
right there.
I
I'm
agree.
with you on that point right there.
So this is the reason black men are opting out of getting married, because society has portrayed this image that most women, because it falls in your court, and I'm pretty sure you're going to agree once I finish what I'm saying, where women can get married to a successful man, bring nothing into the relationship, have a child or not have a child or children, and at any time can choose to walk away from that marriage and take half of what that man and worked his life for. So why would I get married?
I mean, we do see that a lot more with men, with women and men, but men do the same thing. Anybody that's going to marry somebody successful, especially if they're uber successful, and the other person is not, there's going to be a benefit. There's people, Tabitha Brown, she retired her husband. You understand what I'm saying? So there are women who take on that same role, and it's not necessarily a masculine role, but and just because you're
okay. If we go by data and stats, it's more women that's walking away from relationships and filing for divorce than men.
And why is that though?
You tell me. I'm not.
You're right, because
I don't think they cheat on them too. They're not even faithful, so they expect them to. They don't even honor the marriage.
Come on, Dana. Come on now.
That's how it ends up happening. They don't just walk away. They don't want to leave.
Let's not get into infidelity, because statistics prove that women outnumber men 7-1. Okay, so when it comes to infidelity, women are committing just as much infidelity as men, if not more.
Why black men won't commit? I was asked to be on it.
See,
I'm
Rich,
sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm muting. I'm sorry, I didn't know y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you have to turn your mute on. Okay. So what I'm saying is simply this. What it appears to me through my experience dealing with this podcast and my research is that this has become a blame game. That no one is talking about a resolution, how we can create a dialogue to bring about some resolve to get a pattern started that people can jump on board with. What I'm hearing is from both sides, both men and women, the women are saying that men cheat, men doing this and doing that, but everything that men have done, women are doing too.
That's my point. I just said that. I was like,
yeah.
They're both doing it.
So how do we bring?
Women just don't get married to get divorced. That's just not what we do. We don't get married to get divorced. Typically, there is a reason, and especially when it's a successful man. Either he beating the shit out of her, or he's cheating on her, or he's treating her horrible. I witnessed it with a very successful, powerful man when I lived in Vegas. One of my friends had a baby by, and he treated her like shit because he had the money. And the boys around him, he treated them like shit too. So money is power. You know what I mean? So yeah, when you leave, if I've been getting look at Cassie, if I've been getting my ass beat, I want a piece of the pie too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one of the things you said is the treating you right. I hear that a lot in relationships where they say he wasn't treating me right. The treating me, it's either to beat me, to cheat on me, or to treat me. So either one of those three is going to be the main reason every time why 42% of the marriages fail.
Ideally, a woman wants that support. She wants that anchor. She wants that foundation, and there's nothing like that that you can get from anyone outside of a man, outside of your husband. So, on average, a woman does not want to get rid of that whole dream that we all have as women. We all want that union, especially if you have children by him. I don't know a woman that doesn't want that. All men don't feel like that because you guys are creatures of nature, right? So that's one thing. But yeah, I have to say that on average, a woman is not just getting up and leaving. She's forced out there.
Forced
So I'll
out?
say it like this: when I moved out here to Vegas, I took some years off when I came to Vegas. I didn't date, I didn't see anybody, just focus on career. But when I did get in the field to start dating, I would say the first 4 women that I even met in Vegas, come to find out all 4 of them was married. I had women telling me to meet up with them down the street from their house, restaurants. I had passes at the job of, hey, we can go to left and the right and go make something happen over there real quick before we got off work. If I wanted to do that. So we can't sit here and pretend like women ain't out here cheating in numbers too, because women do cheat.
You're right.
You know, now when we say, when Vermont was stating about why men aren't getting married and this and that, and why are women walking away following the divorces, I think now, regardless of if you're super rich or you just, you're regular everyday male, there's incentives now for women to get divorced. You know what I mean? I divorce you, hopefully I can walk away with whatever I got without having to give up half. If you divorce me, you're going to get half of what I got, let alone if we have a kid, you will get child support. If we're married, you're my wife, you will get spousal support and half the shit that I work for. So, and if that man, if you are one of the women that have a man that don't have much, you still have incentives from the government to take care of you too. And that's where I believe, where this whole I don't need a man come from. Because technically, you don't need a man because you got the government to take our place. He gonna help you.
Let's be clear about the government. If you make a certain dollar amount, the government ain't giving you shit. And let alone if you getting spousal support and all that, the government is not going to give you $1.
That's true. But how many? When I hear women say, "We don't want no scrub," and a man ain't got a car in the house, how many women do you know wouldn't have a spot either if it weren't for the government help?
You're right.
Section 8.
You're right.
You be homeless just like the same thing you're talking about.
My social circle is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know those people.
I don't know those people. I'm about to move over there where she lives.
Right. My social circle.
Those women don't deserve to be talked about because they're not these women that is in our everyday right now, and that y'all shouldn't be coming across. You guys again seem like established men, so I know y'all not running across them type of women, and if you are, it's on the humbug at some club, and you ain't got no business being in there either because you know what's in the club.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
again,
it's a lot of women that's that glamorize these celebrities and love and hip hop, and they watch that on TV and not knowing that brings drama into the home. You listening to what goes on, it really brings drama into the home. And it's a lot of women that's, you guys, what you say, 50 and 50 years old. At 50 years old, you shouldn't be watching love and hip hop and wanting to shake your ass online, and it's just. It shouldn't be done, and a lot of women is going off of the Beyonce, and the sexy reds, and
they're taking plays from everybody playbook.
I don't understand. I don't understand that they glamorize them. I'm talking about we'll break up a relationship over what goes on TV. That's TV. All of them is faking what they doing anyway.
Yeah.
So.
I think those women also have stopped maturing after a certain age, because any woman that's 35 and up, really past your 30s and up, and if you're being influenced by anything that you see on social media or our TV, you stop growing after a certain age. You have not experienced enough. You're not reading enough. You're not doing something enough to where some foolish stuff like that is able to get your attention, and you start emulating or trying to put that into your relationship.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Every day.
Yeah.
I know it happens. The men are also doing that too, because they're starting to carry themselves like.
I mean, it's no difference. It's just like men with watching Power. It's with them watching Power. With them watching, they think they ghost on there going to sell a 10-sack at a warehouse in a suit. So I understand what you're saying. I understand that. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, G.
Huh?
If I may, let me pose a question to you, Dana, and T Rich. So if you're single and you're out in the dating arena, and a man asks you, what can you offer me in a relationship? I know usually the verbiage is, what do you bring to the table? What would your response be?
I wouldn't respond. That's not a valid question. Like,
Because
what do
you know what? You know, you're right.
What do
She's
you
right.
mean?
Because that's no. You can't.
Yeah,
Don't respond to that because you know why? But just like y'all sitting on here talking about 42% and all this. My thing is this: y'all on here talking about you must be on Google, but my thing is this: I Google. Google could be wrong too.
True.
Do you know? So my thing is, it's better to go off life experience. Fuck a Google, fuck a statistic, all that. Excuse my mouth, sorry, but I'm listening to you, brother, and you know you speaking on all that. But I Google fucked up too. I'm telling you right now. So the best thing to do is go off life experience. So you talk. Let's go back to that question. Let's go back to that question you asked. As far as if a man come to me and ask me what I can bring to the table. Hold on. I'm gonna go, boy. Y'all got the wrong on this podcast. Let me tell you something. Because that shit, it's all about. I'm very relaxed. Believe that. But it's all about life experiences. If you're gonna be on a podcast, talk about life experience because that Google shit is for the bird. We have to speak on what we have dealt with, what we have seen. Freddie did that. He 4 women, all married when he moved to Vegas. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit will make you move a different way. Straight up. Because that's what he experienced. You know what I'm saying? That shit, don't, if a man come and ask me that, it's about life experience. Now, you can sit up and meet a broad, like her, by one night, have a conversation with her. She cute, she pretty. Y'all had a nice conversation. Y'all had a good time that night. That's one night. But you know, you got to get to know a person. It ain't all about, I could tell you straight up, I could bring you stability, I could bring you peace, I could bring you all that. I can say that, but I still gotta show that, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it's about the experience.
Where did you get the Google from?
Where I get the what from?
Where did you get the Google?
Since you want to go back to the Google, like I said, I Google. Google has a main what do you call it, corporate place and all that. Google's fucked up too. Google could be wrong too. I'm telling you. And if you don't believe me, go on YouTube and Google and look that shit up. You can't keep going off what Google say. That's bullshit. I'm just being real. That's bullshit. You got to go off life experiences. Don't tell me about no 42%. None of that. I want to know what you dealt with, what you live, what you got going on, what you done seen, what you done dealt with. I want to know that shit. That's about, you know, Freddie, stop letting.
I'm gonna say this, and I don't want you to take it. You know, this is entertainment, so I'm gonna say what I have to say. That same masculine energy that we're talking about. You got it.
She already said she had it.
And these are the things that men.
I said I had it. I admit I said I had masculine energy. I told you I raised 3 boys, but I would never. You know, I know my place.
Well, here's the thing. We're talking about. We're not trying to throw stones, and we're not trying to point the finger at anybody. What we're trying to do is talk about who is that?
That's your door. That's your door.
Whose is that?
It's T. Rich's. She keep opening. It's her door.
Okay. Well, anyhow, my point being this is that I posed the question, and I think we kind of got off key. And Dana mentioned that it's not a valid question. Please explain to me why you feel it's not a valid question when you're conversing. I'm asking a question because I'm trying to find something out. I'm trying to know something about you as we progress, and you're telling me that it's not valid.
So what you said in the club, though. You said in the club, right?
Yeah, that's not about me. That's not getting to know me. What do I bring to the table? I can lie and tell, you know, but what about, you know, get to know me?
See how I move. See how I vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, ask me questions. What do you do? The normal questions, not what I bring to the table. I mean, that's just like me coming up to you. What do you bring to the table? You gonna let me know what's in your pockets? I don't look for men based on what's in their pockets. I can tell a man that's established, distinguished,
Bro,
it's gonna just represent. It's just gonna show up. So I'm gonna
Dana,
know what you're about by the
let me
watch
say
you got
this.
on, by the shoes you wear, by
Let
how
me
your
say this.
teeth are kept.
How
Just
your
in the-
teeth is
I
kept.
already
Talk
know.
about that. The teeth. The
I
teeth.
already know.
Just in the short time that I've known you, you are an exceptional woman. You are an exception to the rule. What you're displaying here is something that should be embraced by a lot of women across the board. And I'm not just talking about Black women, because there's a mindset that's escalating dramatically in your gendership, where men are turned off by. Because if we anything that we do pretty much is criticized or critiqued, and it's always said that, well, you shouldn't, as you just alluded to, that you should be worried about this and you should be worried about that, or concerned about this, concerned about that. But who's to say why I'm asking you these questions?
And I get that. And I think social media has influenced everybody with a lot of things that they shouldn't. And one of them is asked, what do you bring to the table? Or whatever the other question was. That's not a polite question. It's just not. It's about etiquette.
By whose standards? By whose
just
standards?
In general, like men don't like women to ask them what they bring to the table. So why would you be asking us? What are you expecting me to say? I bring nothing. I work at McDonald's. I don't have a car. I don't. You know what I mean? What part of my resume would you like? You know what I mean? Other than you want to know how much my salary is. What do you know?
How many kids I got? All that. Right. And in all honesty,
what part of the table do you want?
Providers, and you guys want to be viewed.
That's not the terminology that I asked. What I said is, what value can you bring to my life? That's what I said. I said, huh?
But you're switching it up. Now you're trying to give a substance to that. But your initial statement was, what do you bring to the table? That was your initial statement.
No, listen.
No, he didn't say what you bring to the table.
No, I did not say that. I said,
you didn't. I know you didn't.
Terminology that's being used is what people would say, what do you bring to the table?
Okay,
that's what I said.
I
said,
didn't say what value.
What value can you bring to my life?
Which is
it don't matter. At the end of the day, she can answer whatever question she answer. You still gotta get to know the woman. She can say whatever out her mouth. Just like Dana said, she can say whatever. I can tell you this, I can tell you that. You still gonna have to get to know that person.
Hold on. When you're having a conversation, okay, everybody pick and choose how their deliverance is. Okay. Right. And I think Tiana, you can relate to this because we talked about that this morning. So if I'm posing a question, I'm posing that question for a reason, because I may not want to date you after this initial conversation. So it's not so much that you can falsify information by saying anything that you feel I may want to embrace or want to hear. It's asking you a question for a reason.
Okay.
So
what will they say to validate your point? What can a woman say to validate your point? What value does a woman need to bring to validate that for you?
She was probably the best answer I think she could say for me. Hey, I'm hungry to win in life. I'm hungry to come up. I'm hungry and I'm going to do it with you. That's it right there.
I don't know you. How would I do that? I mean, that would be a person you're just meeting. We don't know you.
I like to be around people.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Dana.
Hungry to win. I have to hear the hunger in you. That you want to get some businesses, property, real estate going. If I don't hear the hungry, because I have a passion and a drive to do that. So if I don't hear the hunger.
I went to school, I got a degree, and now I got to be hungry to. Everybody does not want to be.
I know, and everybody ain't for everybody. You know, they say you are what you like. They say you are what you like.
That's right. That's right.
If you ain't got that hunger in you to win in life and come up,
when are you gonna enjoy life?
We've been enjoying, but we're working. There's no days off in my world.
Right.
There's no days off.
See, that doesn't sound like
that
peace.
That doesn't sound appealing.
Hey,
that
call it what you want, but
It doesn't
I'm
sound
saying
like
I don't want to
Guys,
be grind all the time. That's not what I'm on at this. I'm like,
that's okay.
yeah,
I respect
yeah.
that. I respect that.
so.
There's no days off.
I would validate you, and I get it, and that's a personal preference. But thank you for answering.
I mean,
that.
so when they sleeping, I'm going extra hours working. So then when you say when you're around men, yeah, it's gonna really show, because when they sleeping, I'm steady working. I don't stop. That's my world. I don't expect people to be like that. But if I want to go to where I'm going in my destination, you got to leave some people in the valley to get to the mountains. So there it is.
So let me ask you a question, Dana. What? And this would be a general question that I would ask you if I met you personally.
Okay.
What type of men are you attracted to?
And I would have to say, you
that
know,
put a smile on your face, huh?
It did, because I had this conversation recently, and for me, there's not one thing that would attract me. I need to basically have some type of dialogue, some type of exchange. Initially is always physical, but I need to see where that person's mindset, because just like Drip God said, he grind. That's not it. But, and that would only come from conversation. You know what I'm saying? So from getting to know each other, from just exchanging, information. But
okay, I'm gonna tell you the reason I asked you that question. Because just like I posed that question to you and you answered it to the best of your ability and what you felt in your heart and what would be conducive to you as a woman, this is the same right that a man has to ask you what value you bring to him.
I don't see how that correlates at all. I just don't. I don't see the correlation.
Because you said value and
it doesn't need to correlate. It doesn't.
Because you compare the two, so I need to see how did they compare? Like, how is me saying what type of man I like? Because I didn't spit out I like a tall, dark, handsome, educated. I didn't spit out anything. Attributes.
But if I ask you a question, I'm asking you a question for a reason. Just like I just asked you that question and you answered it, I have that same right to ask a question. And even though you may not understand my intent, there's a reason behind it.
And I have the same right not to answer.
So at that point, that's where all the disruption comes in. That's just not a question that I choose to answer. I mean, and that's part of the problem. We can still be assertive and firm in our stance without being offensive. I don't have to be nasty when I tell you, that's just something that I don't choose to answer. And I would never take it that way. But to me, asking a question that I can't get a legitimate answer for, that to me would make me feel that as we proceed, there's going to be more and more times where you're going to feel the need not to answer certain questions. So that
I still
kind of
didn't hear your response to what validated. What's that validation for you? What's the response you're looking for?
Drip God answered, but Ramont did not, and neither did Freddie or James.
The truth.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Though
that would be nice.
About this whole value thing. If a woman was to ask you all, what value do you bring to her life? Would you guys be inclined to answer it, or just automatically feel like she should already know because you're a man and you're right under God, according to the hierarchy system?
Based on social media standards or realistic standards?
I'm talking about the real people, the real lives. We don't want to talk about social media. I don't fool with them.
Okay. So if a woman asks me that, I bring the things that most men buy. I bring peace, security. I I can provide. I can bring encouragement, stability. Those are the things that I can bring a friendship. I bring understanding. I bring wisdom. These are all the things, if you seek in a man, I possess. If those are the things you're not seeking, then I guess not. I'm not the man for you.
But those are things you have to find out. You know what I'm saying? Just because you say it doesn't make it true.
How do you? Okay, here's the
That's
thing.
what I've been saying the whole time, right there, Dana. That's what I've been saying the whole time.
Girl,
You just met her. I can say, just like even her brother just.
I want to hear from the rest of the men.
No,
T. Rich,
okay, I'm sorry.
Answer that question, please.
Me personally, I'm gonna keep it 100. What I bring to this table, I got my own place, I got my own vehicle, I work a regular job. It's not like I have this big money to go buy you whatever you want. No, I'm just a regular. I'm regular. I'm not no successful man. I'm bringing me to the table, and I'm bringing peace, as he said, and all that. But I'm not bringing, big diamond rings, and I'm not paying for your wig, and I'm not paying for. I'm not doing that. I'm in a relationship. I want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be I want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be into a competition thing where, we got to be warm with each other about who did what for each other. And because you got me this, I had to get you that, or we got to keep going bigger. I'm a regular cat, man. I just want love. That's all I want, and to be treated well.
Right. Give it love.
You see how Ramont this answer is so vague. Okay, Freddie,
right.
Can we hear?
Freddie, right?
Good answer, James.
Hey, it is what it is. I'm a regular cat.
So
I don't got no answer.
No, yes, you do.
How would you feel if somebody asked you that?
Just like Dana said, I don't got to answer the question.
How would you feel if someone asked you that, though? How would you feel if a woman asked you that, Freddie?
I just don't answer it.
See?
I don't answer it. Like you said, because like you just said, it's something that has to be seen and not told. You know what I mean?
That's so bad.
And when she said, then she shouldn't have to ask me that. She'll know.
You'll find out.
I mean, I can say all kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
I might believe it. I might believe what I'm saying.
Right.
Y'all might think I'm lying. Y'all might think I'm delusional.
That's had a whole husband.
Thank you.
Wasn't a husband.
I might say I'm this, I'm that. Y'all like,
In other words,
Drip God.
anything come out of nigga mouth.
Let me ask y'all a question. Hold on, Drip.
Go ahead, Mont.
Everybody on this panel, I have a high level of respect for as far as your intellect go. Okay, so tell me what's the difference between intent and intentions when people meet?
Intent and intentions. Intentions is just simply the plural stance of that, right? So
Right.
Like a continuation of something. So for me, it's no different. Yeah, I might intend to be this type of woman to you, but considering I might deliver. See something with me, and then once we get in this thing, the intentions change. Like, never mind. I thought she was this, and I'm out of here. So, all to me, that's one and the same. Intent and intentions is all the same.
Well, anybody else?
I mean, my intentions is like, on the up and up to like build. My intentions is just to build. That's it. It's not nothing else on the side. It's straight up build. Like, okay, this is where we at. Let's take it from here and bring it together, and we build from here. That's it.
Yeah, I just don't have no negative intentions when I get in a relationship. I think it's not cool. Me personally, I like women to be who they are as I meet them. Don't wait 6 months later, a year down, and then be somebody else. That's what my whole issue been with relationships. I keep it 100 when I go into a relationship. People tend to change, and I don't like that. I like you to be the same person. If I told you one thing about me, that I'm still that same person that you met. This person done changed 100 times on me, and I don't like that.
No, switch up. No. Stay the same all 4 seasons. Don't switch up on me.
But that's hard for a lot of people.
You guys not switching up though, because you guys switch up. You guys switch up for sure.
I don't have a reason to switch up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody got their good and bad days, but we remain the same all 4 seasons. At least try to stay grounded. You know, one thing about me is balance and being grounded. So I have no time to get this function over here or, you know, messed up over here. I have to keep going the way I know how to go in the line. Just.
So are you monogamous? It took you too long. It took you too long.
No. Do I have a time limit?
Well, I'm saying, I mean, that's really like a yes or no question, and you gave me a good pause.
I mean, because I like to think and dissect what people say to me. That's
oh well.
I mean, that's a little personal, you know.
Duly noted, and you don't have to answer like that.
Hey, what made you ask a question like that?
Huh?
What made you ask a question like that?
Just based off of how you're speaking. That's all.
Oh.
Okay, let's get back to the topic. So, Miss Dana.
Yes.
In your personal opinion, through your own personal experience, why do you honestly feel that Black men are not making the commitments anymore? And you know, is it based on social media, or does it have a lot to do with the ideologies that women are embracing today? Why do you think?
I think that's a good ideology is a big one. That's a combination of both men and women. I think social media plays a big part in it. I think podcasts like this, where they hear different perspectives, where you didn't get all these different perspectives, you know, before the internet. You know, you just heard what your homeboy said. You know, your circle was a lot smaller. Now you have all this range, and so you're getting it from everywhere. And so people are seeing that there's not just one way to do it. Marriage is not the end all be all. If I've been married before, will I get married again? Probably, maybe. I don't know. Is it an end all be all if I don't? No. You know what I mean?
But can I ask you something real quick?
Sure.
So you said how old are you?
I'm 50.
You 50, right? So how long is it going to take you to know that man before you get married?
Listen, when you get a certain age, we don't have games to play. That's the thing with intent and
No. That's not. That's not a game.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's a game. I'm saying when you get to a certain age, you don't spend the time playing around. You know, when my vetting process is very, tight. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't have to.
But what I'm saying is, for instance, you met me. We don't know each other, right?
Correct.
How long will it be before we marry?
Oh, God. Listen, I'm not choosing. A man is choosing me. So when he's ready to marry me, he better make the choice. And I don't have the time frame will be based on how fast we, move along.
But I was just asking that because of our age. It's
right. Do I have a time ticker or something like watching the clock?
Well, you gonna get married at 70?
I might. Shit.
Oh, okay. I was just.
You might get married at 50.
Dramatic type. She'll go get married tomorrow.
Drip God, that's some real stuff though, because it happens and we hear stories and people be together forever after that. It can happen. You might get married at 50 and a half. Hell, I might get married right at 40.
That's
right.
If it feels right and there's a connection and there's a bond and I feel like I'm safe with you and I'm comfortable and there's that energy that my stomach feel crazy. Like we might go down to the chapel right there on Las Vegas Boulevard. And I'll tell everybody after the fact and don't question me about my decisions because I didn't try it every other way. So
were you impaired?
So what about back when we talked about 4 years later that man changed? or 4 years at that woman change. Because
if you're dealing with
didn't
a mature adult, then you both are going to go through growing pains. We're not the same person we were last year. We're always going to grow and elevate. So I'm gonna need a partner that knows how to, when they're going through a change, you know what I'm saying, have an emotional intelligence to be able to have some dialogue and talk about it. Baby, listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm having an off season, an off month.
So quick to give up and walk away.
Then
we do a lot of that. We give up and walk away too quickly. So if I met you within a year and we got married in that year, in 4 years we still learning each other. We don't know too much. This is a learning process. So we didn't made that union, but now you ready to walk away because we didn't have some tit for tats. I'm still knowing you. I don't know.
Do we learn about each other first or later? I'd rather learn first than later.
Listen,
that's why you can't ask questions like, what value do you bring to my life in the club?
What'd you say?
What was that?
You don't know your children. Do you give up on them?
Facts. Facts.
What do you mean by that?
You don't know your children. You're learning your children every day.
True.
So when you hit a rough patch, you know what I'm saying? When your son steals from the store, when your daughter become a teenage mom, you know what I'm saying? What do? You just divorce her? You leave?
No, you don't have that. You don't have that luxury to do that.
Right. You figure it out. You deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do. I ain't going with it for nobody. My son, like I can say, my son. Look. My son got involved with gangs, which he knew that's not the way to go.
Nope.
Period. I told him, if you go to jail, I'm not sending you nothing. I'm not going to be there for you because I told you, So if something happened to my son, if he get killed out here, I can't feel like the regular father would feel because I know the consequences of gangbanging. I've done it. Right. I can't handle that.
Tell you not to do it?
Huh?
Did somebody tell you not to do it?
No, nobody was there to tell me not to do it. I did it because I did it. I didn't have my dad here.
Your way said that ain't a good look.
Say it again.
I said no one along the way didn't tell you that wasn't a good look.
Nah, the penitentiary told me it wasn't a good look, so I got it right. That's what told me. No, I didn't have that. And I wasn't listening to it.
I mean, I'm not gonna act. Listen, I'm from Compton, California, so trust me, I know. Been there, done that. So I get it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I knew right from wrong.
Yeah. But all in all, I got my bond back with my son. You're right. All in all, we like brothers. We tough.
Right.
So I do get what you're saying. But then again, hey, you go too far. Yeah, I will treat you like a stranger.
So Miss T.
Yes.
What would you can y'all see the comments on the
I can see the comments, but we can't respond. So that's what it is. Yeah.
Well, I don't have them up. I can't see them, but I see them on
controversy in the comment section. We like that.
Dana's a fan favorite.
So to you, T, I pose this question to Dana, and I'm gonna pose this question to you also. Where do you see men when it comes to the disparity between us and women? Do you see this some type of resolve coming? Do you think men will be making more commitments in the future? Walking down an aisle, or what do you think?
Oh goodness, that's such a big question. I'm unsure. I don't know, but I do know that we should be focused on the resolve, and we need to remind ourselves that we really fighting the same fight. The same things that you want as a man from your woman, we want the same things. It may just come in a different jacket, right? Or a different bag. But we're wanting the same things. That table that we speak about, we're all wanting that. I want the peace. I want the encouragement. I want the support. I want the stability. And you do too, right? I want to be able to effectively communicate. I want to be able to trust you. I want to know that you're being loyal to me, whether you step out with the homies or whatever that looks like. All that's the same. And so till we get to that point, I don't think we're gonna get to any type of resolve. But we got to remember, what's the point of partnership, companionship, and all that?
Well,
And
let me run a scenario by you. Say hypothetically we met, right? And we didn't know each other, and we had this long, extensive intellectual conversation, and we talked about the things we liked and disliked. Okay, so you would naturally feel that there's some type of chemistry, some type of bond, if you will, or some type of vibe, correct?
If me, T. Rich, you gotta mute your phone.
Yeah, now.
I'm sorry.
Whose music is that?
You hit that bottom again.
Oh, okay. So you said if we were to meet in a public space, would I feel like we have some type of vibe, some type of chemistry? Is that correct?
If we were conversing, okay, and I've heard a lot of women say that they're turned off by men that they cannot communicate with, okay, men that can't hold conversations. So we're talking extensively, and we got this vibe, this chemistry thing going. What would be your what's the word I'm looking for? Would you desire to pursue this further, or?
Absolutely. That's going to create an interest for me within you. Absolutely. And then as we grow and learn, I'm going to either want to know if I want to continue this or put a break.
From this initial meet and greet, this conversation we have, would it be fair to say that this is something that you could possibly build on if both parties are sincere?
Yeah, absolutely. But I only know that I'm sincere. I have to gauge that from you because, again, like you said, the representative and then the real you. So I'm not going to know it's sincere until you show me that consistency throughout our connection. And sometimes you guys are able to keep it for 2 weeks. Sometimes it's 2 months. Sometimes it's 2 years. Sometimes it's 20. I don't know.
There you go. There you go.
It's not to say that women don't do it either, but from a woman's perspective, yes. If I'm vibing with someone and I'm able to have conversation and we have a wide range of conversation, oh yeah, I'm checking for you. And you're attractive. Your teeth is nice because, again,
the expectation is for you to pursue.
Yeah.
Be the man and pursue.
Right. And let me know that also there's a reciprocation going on there.
Okay. Well, we know based on facts that men control the relationships and women control the sexual aspect of the relationship. Would you agree?
No.
No?
I do.
What don't you agree with?
I don't agree that, I mean, well, as far as women, you guys may not necessarily, you can't take it unless we give it, but at the same time, the pressure typically is on from the day, for some from the first conversation, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't
hold on, Dana. You verbatim, your words were, you want a man to pursue you. So if a man is to pursue you based on our inherent dominance, then we control the relationship.
I get from that perspective. Yes, I get it.
That's all I'm saying. So and I'm gonna pose the same question to you, young lady, Dana. If a man was to meet you, and I'll use myself in a hypothetical situation, and we had this great dialogue going, would that be something? Would that arouse an interest in you to move further, to maybe invest more?
Yes.
Until as Miss T said, a man is not consistent or he deviates from what his initial impression was?
Absolutely. Yes. If I have an initial connection and it's a good connection, then I want to see where that connection will lead. So yeah.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
So let me say this, okay? And I'm gonna say this with my heart in my hand. I talk to a lot of men every day, and particularly black men, but it's not always black men. And the consensus are, based on what I'm about to say in this verbiage, is if we could find, and me and Tiana talked about this morning extensively. I took away from our gym time about an hour or so, but if men like myself can find women that exist like you, that possess these rare qualities that you say you possess, we'd be knocking the courtroom doors down. But we're not running into women like you. We're running into women that's entitled, that's caught up in their masculine energy. They've declared their independence from men, you know, and they look at us as being a meal ticket or an asset to whatever it is they got going on. They don't see the value in us as men, only what we can bring to sponsor whatever it is that they have going on. So I commend you, Dana, and I commend you, T, because we talk a lot, you know, that you're rare women, you know, and I can honestly say that I have a nurturing love for women like you because I haven't met no women like you.
Well, I appreciate that. But I have a question for you, Ramon.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that because we're on this podcast, and you know that, T. You know, I'm very outspoken, so I'm gonna say what's on my mind. I'm just saying that, and I asked Tiana this morning. What we may need to do is start a dating process. You know, not no eHarmony where you fill out this 10-page thing, do background checks, because none of that is relevant. But what we need to do is create a panel and interview people and have like a little lounge where people can come in and start making these connections that everybody's saying that they want. What do y'all think about that?
I think that's a good idea, but again, it's about intention. You know, if you're going into it with the intention to meet someone and not bullshit or play around, then you know what I'm saying, you're going to find that. But where are you guys meeting these women, like typically?
Well, I don't drink, I don't smoke, so I don't go to clubs. Now, only time I'll go to a bar is if Fred asks me out, you know, and I hang out with him. But other than that, it's working back home, or I'm taking business trips. So in my travels, and I've been all across the United States, I've been overseas, and it just seems to me my experience hasn't been very well. It's been more physical than anything. You know, they usually end up just being fuck buddies. and at almost 63, that's not something that I'm looking for anymore.
So do you date younger?
Well, it doesn't matter. The age is don't try to trip me up like that. Listen, no. Age is not a factor. The maturity level and the mindset is what I'm attracted to. Now, there's other factors that I equate also, but no, I'm not looking for. I know it's said that older men with my status are looking for younger women that we can control or tame to mate. No, I'm not looking for a woman. I don't even think
it's for that. I think it's for the eye candy. You find them attractive.
No. Both of my wives that I was married to could have been models. Okay. I'm way past that in my life now. What I need is someone to bring balance to my life, but I'm not trying to lay down and wake up next to no wildebeest either. So let's get that understood. She got to possess some beautiful qualities other than her personality. I'll say that.
Okay.
Okay, so no, I'm not looking for no trophy wife. You know, I'm talking about I can go and get that right now. But I already know that's not going to be conducive to me in the long run. It's going to be temporary, and it's going to mostly be to her benefit, not mine.
Yep. Y'all like them
So-
damsels in distress.
Huh?
Y'all like those damsels in distress. Y'all talk about the independent woman, but a lot of you, most of the time, y'all want a woman that needs so much.
Right.
Every little situation.
Right, because they always talking about all they want to do is get.
Yeah.
Needy, you know.
That feeds the ego.
What's a woman in distress?
The ones you talked about that want you to get their hair done, like he said, and he ain't gonna buy them no wigs.
Yeah. No. She can't hold down a job. She always living here and there. She stand by
y'all want to be needed. You know what I'm saying?
She's always in a situation. That's a
and then you get a woman that's independent, that's about her business, and you won't even offer her 5 cents. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh,
you got it. They call her big money all the time.
Right.
So let me ask you a question.
Stop.
So if this is what you see,
now y'all about to open up something.
Hold on. No, we gonna keep this across the board. So are you willing to reciprocate all that you desire?
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't I? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If I have if I'm capable, why wouldn't I? I don't. And here's the thing. I'm never that I know earlier T Rich was saying, you know, women come across that they don't need man and all this. No woman I ever met said I don't need a man.
Hello. Facts.
I've never met a woman that said I don't need a man.
Hello.
I met several women that said they don't need a man.
I have too, several. And you know what? And then that reciprocate question, I don't know. That leads to a lot of different things. Because you could say, when a man come at you like that, can you reciprocate what I feel like a man shouldn't even come across like that. Because you're a man and I'm a woman. So a man's supposed to take his place, a woman's supposed to take her place. So for a man to come at you like that, I don't know. I just don't like that. I don't like for no man to come at me like that. You know what I'm saying?
If a man's doing those type of things, like, right, if I'm doing this, that, and the third, you can respond in a sense of like, yeah, I can give that too. It might look different, like I was saying, but you end up cutting out. Everything that we're asking for the same things, but it might be in a purse for me and it's in his wallet. You understand what I'm saying? Because it is a difference between a man and a woman and what we're bringing, but essentially it's still the same thing. It's something to build upon. There's a foundation. There's a union that we're trying to create. So
and we're not in competition either. So if you're going to give, you're going to give what you can. You know what I'm saying? My gift may not be the gift. My gift may be, you know, just the love that I give. You may feel fulfilled with all this love.
That's the word I was looking to come out of this whole conversation. It's competition. Men are not looking to be in competition with their woman.
Yeah, I don't want to compete.
We don't want that.
But a lot of women be competing with a man on the under.
That's a competition.
You use money as a means to control sometimes. And so that's why a lot of women said they got to go out and get their own, because who wants to be told what to do? You know what I'm saying? Who wants to depend on a man when you dishing out money like it's, like you a 5-year-old. No, I got to get my own. So don't be mad when we go out and get our own. But then when we try to get yours, we're a gold digger, or which choose, pick up.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Dana, and I want you to be truly honest with me.
Absolutely.
Would you consider yourself an independent woman?
100%.
100%. What about you, T?
I am, and I say
that. What
that.
about you, T, Rich?
I'm sorry.
100%. Yeah. Yes. 100%.
Okay, so with that being said, if you meet a man, okay, now we've already established this archy thing that God created, right? You declared your independence based on your past experience. So if a man comes into your life and possess those qualities, those rare qualities that you in your heart truly desire, and he's consistent, I'm gonna use Tiana's word, he's consistent, would you relinquish your title and let that man lead you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
They
And he's
said it a couple
consistent.
weeks ago. We want to relinquish the power once we get to the door. Absolutely.
Okay.
Not
So-
only that,
Say money long make me forget.
So my next question is,
Make
why are
me
you
forget.
single?
Why am I
the
single?
single. Go ahead.
You're asking me
Because
personally?
she haven't ran across that man that possessed those qualities that she looking for. That's why. It's pending. That, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's why.
And I want to get back to that competition thing too, because Drip God said women be low key in competition. Well, and sometimes maybe that's the thing. And those type of women typically gravitate and pick men that are less than, because they want that sense of power. But let's talk about again the women that are not like that. And on top of that, men who are, or you got a woman and y'all been locked in, but she make more than you and she's a little more established. You doing your shit and you handling yourself as a man, but you know your woman could really do this all on her own. Y'all low-key be in competition or then still feel inferior and your ego is bruised because of those things. So now you're poking and priving about certain little things because of that. That is a thing, but we don't talk about it. Always
Not
fixating on
Not this, man. I look at we a team. I don't play that
Come on,
shit.
Tiana.
That's beautiful, James. But you are a rarity. You are a rarity. Especially, are you 50?
I'm 54.
54. Okay, beautiful. You look good for your age. So I'm 39, right? So the men that are 32, 40.
Can we stop saying to look good for your age? How about if you just look good, you look good? Shit.
Well, I feel that.
Say it
But, you know,
again.
we all know some don't be looking, you know. Anyway,
They just
at the
don't.
end
They
of
didn't
the
look
day,
good.
black don't crack as long as you don't smoke it, right? We know that. But for real though, on some real tip, like men that are closer in within my little age gap, if they're not making a certain dollar amount, or they see me pulling up in my different cars or on my bike, and they just start adding up shit and thinking that they don't have a space in my life, and that's not true. You absolutely have a space in my life. But
You said you're 39?
I shouldn't have to break that down and explain that in every situation.
You said you're 39?
I'm 39.
The majority of men back then, them was crack niggas you dealing with. That's the crack area.
Crack
You
babies.
dealing with, I hate to say you dealing with them brothers now. That's them crack babies.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Yeah, you gonna be sleeping. They gonna dash for your credit card when you sleep.
they
He was a scammer, girl.
Let me say this, please, if I could. If that's the case, Tiana, somebody's
echoing.
speaker is.
You know who it is.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You know, T-Rich, they on your ass.
Here's the thing.
She cool though. She cool.
And
Yes,
I'm gonna use you, Tiana, for this example. If you made more money than me, okay, and I met you and I came into a relationship, I'm talking about me as a man and where my mindset is at my age and my experience in life. It would be a blessing to me that you made the money you made, because I would look at it like this, and this would be something that I would initiate from the onset, that we're a partnership, we're a team. So it's good you got yours, I got mine, but together collectively we got more. Okay, does that make sense? So it's not about how much you're bringing in annually, and it's not how much I'm bringing in. As long as we have an objective that we can collectively reach as a partnership, that's all that matters. and the competition thing would diminish. So I'm not looking at you and making myself inferior based on your financial success. Who keep doing that?
I don't know, but
You know who it is.
you're right. You got to also understand that you're speaking from a 62-year-old male's perspective. So you've had a lot of situations that brought you to this point. And if I'm looking to date someone that's potentially a couple years maybe younger than me or a few years older than me, they may not have that mindset. So then that means I have to look to the man that's 15 plus years my senior or close to 20 years. And I don't necessarily want to do that.
So you don't date older men?
No. If you my daddy age, I don't want nothing to do with you. Respectfully, you can be handsome all day long, but I personally don't know. And listen, for those who do it, more power to you. But if you no, and y'all be looking good. Don't get me wrong. With some nice looking brothers standing before me today. But at the end of the day, no, I ain't even 40 yet. I don't want a man that's 58, 59, 60.
But I thought we was grown.
We are grown.
There is no more.
We going back to preference.
I told you AJ number the number a long time ago. But see, that's what happens.
Preference.
How you gonna get all your wisdom and knowledge and uncommon information in life if you don't lean towards the veterans, the older people, you know, the grown people? That's where you're gonna really become advanced.
Well, I'm doing that now by sharing this platform with brothers like Ramon and brothers like James. Okay, so I'm doing that, but I don't have to be in relation with one.
No. I'm just saying through life, you know, like
I adore those that are older than me. I'm always a student in life. I appreciate that. I appreciate people, and I want to learn from every situation. So you're absolutely right. I need to gravitate to those that are wiser and have more experience. But far as relation, no, I do not. No, my cuff is about 47, 48.
That's cool. Yeah, everybody got their preference.
Yeah.
What about you, Miss D?
As far as what?
Age.
Do I date older men?
Is age a factor to you?
I mean, there definitely is a threshold, you know what I mean? But, you know, to be honest, if I'm being totally honest, I get approached by younger guys more so than older guys.
Mm-hmm.
But
Why
I don't
that?
have, I don't
Why is
know.
that?
Because you look younger. She look young.
She
She look young.
Yeah, I don't know.
Runs in the family.
She like younger. She like younger. I can tell.
So
you know
so
what? Not necessarily. I mean, not necessarily. I've had not great experience with young. The thing is the maturity level. You know what I'm saying? If you're not mature, I cannot do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're 70 or if you're 30. If the maturity is not there, it just will not work. Period.
Right.
So if the maturity level is there, you're willing to take that title as being a cougar.
Cougar, panther, you know.
You set yourself up for that, Miss D. But no,
Right?
you know, I understand it, and I respect everybody's perspective because we all have different desires, you know, and different preferences. So it's like, you know, when you ask me about younger women, you know, I'm talking about if a more mature woman in her prime has her stuff together, she's kept her body intact. Because I'm not dating any obese women. That's if I can take my ass to the gym at my age, and you run around here with carrying 23-inch biceps, no, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? We're not in Alaska. You know, I don't need to be wrapped up with no polar bear in Las Vegas. So no, I'm not doing that. So,
not 23-inch biceps.
Yeah. So you know, I know social media that made obesity sexy, but that's only for those people that prefer to be with obese women. I like curves, but I don't like freeways. This is a big difference. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that alone for somebody.
Y'all so hard on women.
I don't feel that way.
It's so funny. Y'all so hard on women, but it always be those awkwardly shaped women that be having the men.
Talk about it.
Sloppy Joe.
Okay, Dana,
mostly every man got a pop belly. They got a dad bod.
No, I'll be in Vegas next week.
I'm
looking forward to meeting you.
Okay.
Hey, I ain't got no pop belly.
Hey, I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna have some at the house. Don't worry about it. We locking in. James, you welcome. You in Vegas?
I left Vegas in 2020. I was there for 8 years.
I know Drip God not here.
How you know?
I know a lot.
Okay. I'm here. I'm everywhere like the air, you know?
Okay. Well, I'll shoot you the invite.
It's all love, fam. Thank you.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring this one to an end. And I can honestly say, it's always a pleasure, to meet with the minds, and particularly, you intelligent Black women. You're graceful. I can't even define, the words to use to describe you, but it's truly been a pleasure. I can honestly say that. I look forward to Tiana. You're always welcome. Miss Dana, you're always welcome. Drip, James. If you have a topic or particular subject, get with me. All y'all have my number except you, Dana. I'll make sure you get the number. We're on every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We won't be on, and I'm gonna announce this now, Saturday, because I think someone in your group, Tiana, I think is having a bash or something.
Yes. Miss Shonda is celebrating her 54th birthday at C3. That's on Decatur and Sahara. Everybody come out and show us some love. Rolling on 3. It's gonna be a good time.
Okay.
You said your homegirl?
Yes.
She 54?
She's 54. And she your age, James. Go and come out, James.
No, that's not my point. My point is you hanging out older men now. Your friends is all older, so that means
I'm an old soul. My crew is old.
She get it from me, her auntie.
Let's do this. Let me close out, and we can still stay in queue and converse. Okay, so let me say this. Miss D, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a guest, special guest. Your presence meant a lot. Your wisdom, everything that you shared with us has been wholeheartedly embraced. Same thing with you, Miss T. Same thing with you, T Rich, while you down there making up all those distractive noises. Drip God, you my dude, man. Much love to you, man. Same thing with you, Brother Jay.
Most there.
Saturday we won't be here, but look forward to Tuesday show. Like I said, once we close out, I'll ask some of your opinions about what we should do next, and we'll move forward with that. With that being said, everybody out there that commented, thank you for your comments. Thank you for watching us, supporting Bridging the Gap between men and women. I look forward to the continued support. With you, without you, I couldn't do this on my own. Honestly, I couldn't. I've tried and I wasn't very successful. And it's people like you with the perspectives that you have, that you bring to me, the knowledge that you share with me, what makes this show a success. So let's keep reaching one. Let's keep teaching one. Let's keep reaching out to our family, our followers, and get them on board so we can create this haven where Black men and Black women can come together without this competition thing, and we can start loving on each other again. So with that being said, please be safe. God bless you. I love you all. And until next time, Tuesday, 7 a.m., I'll see you. Please take care.
All right,
So
all right, all right.
y'all,
Be good. Be
y'all
good.
stay on. I'm gonna close out.